Welcome to the real Prescott. Coming out of the blue corner is Pistol Pete Jr. Coming out of the red corner is G-Bo, a.k.a. Lights Out, a.k.a. Vicious, a.k.a. Coming out of the green corner,
a.k.a. the Tuesday McGillicuddy.
Chub Lion, a.k.a. Chub Deeds. Yeah, we're on fight night, Triple G fight.
We're here.
Versus Lemieux, two big power punchers.
Lemieux?
Everybody says boxing's dead, dude, but look at that. Look at that arena.
Is his name Lemieux?
Look at that arena. Look at boxing's
Oh,
dead.
no, this is the first fucking...
Everybody, and this is the first fight. You were saying it was empty earlier, but
It was empty
Yeah,
earlier.
it was empty.
But this is the very first fight, yeah.
Yeah,
about like
Everyone's
2
having
rounds.
to run.
Yeah, but no, everybody says boxing's dead, but it's huge right now, man. There's a lot of good fights at middleweight.
I think MMA has taken away a lot from boxing's...
I think I just
It's
don't
just
like the.
it's just the business. People are tired of the business is taken away from boxing. The business of boxing is taken away from the sport.
But I think, no, if you look at, like, especially with how fast-paced MMA is, compared
see,
to how
There's a
slow
lot.
boxing is...
MMA slow paced too, man. You guys
Not
don't
really.
Everyone doesn't like MMA because there's a lot of wrestling and shit.
Yeah, but think about this, though. It's like with UFC or with MMA in general, there's always something going on. You know what I mean? Even if they're just locked up in a grapple, there's still that struggle for power. Whereas in boxing, because it's 12 rounds, it's just more of a slow, methodical pace. I mean, it's all it's
I
all
only think
sometimes-
depends
that
on the
for the
fighter.
for the like actual main events.
Mhm.
I only think main events are fucking boring. And
Yeah,
these
it's
undercards
more
are always
technical.
fucking good to
Yeah,
watch.
It's more
Because they're
technical.
just out there fucking.
This
trying
main
to
event's gonna
punch
be
each
good
other's
though.
faces off.
So this main event is gonna be good. It depends on the fighter. It's just but see, in like the business of fighting nowadays is like the best don't fight the best. It's like even in UFC, like the guys, like the dudes put together in UFC, like the guys put together 3-4 wins, and they're fighting the champ already. They're already
Yeah.
fighting the champ. It's like, oh, all right. Like, how about you fight the guy How about you fight the guy that lost to the champ last first before you fight the champ?
Or you fight like the first
Yeah.
the first 3 contenders
Yeah,
first.
exactly. Like back then, they don't do that
Dude,
anymore.
they're just like coating his face in Vaseline.
They don't do that shit anymore. Like when Pacquiao fought Mayweather, how come Pacquiao didn't fight fucking Maidana, or he didn't fight, he didn't fight,
Yeah, that shit was just an agreement. So
Yeah.
you want to do this? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Well, because that fight was one of those ones where
I
it's
mean,
like,
that don't
okay,
count. He already earned his shot there, but still,
Yeah.
it's like they don't earn it. They don't like earn it up the. I don't know. They just don't fight. The big guys don't fight as much anymore. Now it's like Cotto's gonna fight Canelo. That's gonna be huge.
Ooh, nice. When's that gonna happen?
Soon. I think December, I think.
Nice.
Or November. Maybe November. Yeah, that's going to be a great one. And then whoever fights that one is going to fight Triple G, this fucking monster. Triple G is going to, he seems like he's going to be a star.
And for those who don't know Triple G,
He's Gennady Golovkin. He's from Kazakhstan.
is he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we're going up.
The dude that he's fighting, Mr.
Lemieux?
Lemieux,
That French fuck.
yeah, he looks like he might take a penis.
He's afraid.
He can take a punch because he can take a penis.
Mhm.
He looks like a like he might say something like, "I was a faggot once."
Now you think gay dudes probably get into more fist fights than straight guys, right? Because you
think-
got to think, because they're in a relationship type arguments and shit
Yeah.
with other guys.
With another man.
Yeah. So either you're getting your ass beat more, or you're fucking probably just beating dudes, some twinks the fuck.
Beating dudes,
beating the shit.
Cheating on me,
beating dudes in every way.
Yeah, in every sense of that word.
Like, can you imagine how how scary you would be if you're if you're known in the gay circuit of being like a spousal abuser, because you're just beating up dudes,
Oh,
like, don't date that guy.
He'll beat you, and then he'll beat you.
And sometimes he'll beat you while he's beating you.
That would take some really good coordination there.
It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach.
Almost quite literally.
All right, so what do we got to?
So,
more aggressive.
So,
I got some
and
shit.
Metal Gear Solid outsold Avengers on first day release.
yes, Metal Gear Solid 5 opening day
In money or amount sold?
in manis.
Oh, but each game is like $60.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it has to do with watch. This is according to Adobe Digital Index, a new report on gaming trends. It pulled in 179 million globally compared to Avengers 84 million,
It's almost triple.
almost tripled.
Well, no.
No,
Double.
doubled.
Yeah.
The fuck? You had me agreeing with you right away. I'm
Well,
like,
like almost 100 million more.
and see, and this is
But, yeah, but that's just like you said. That's just money.
yeah, but this is the difference though. Metal Gear cost $80 million to make.
Uh-huh.
Age of Ultron, $250 million to make.
Mhm.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That's weird. I would think that a video game costs more to make. The fucking credit rolling is.
Well, it depends on how fast they make it.
Yeah, and
And
you gotta
how good, how big budget it is.
Yeah.
And how fast they make it.
But the thing you gotta think about when it comes
You
to
would
video
imagine
games.
this one was pretty big budget, and it took a long time to make.
Because this
It
one
took a long time to make.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
yeah. Like Avengers takes like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas a video game takes.
Oh, I
considerably-
see what you mean. Because they
Well,
have
the thing
more,
is, you
more
look at
bodies
the-
working on it.
Yeah.
But there's no physical assets that video games need,
Right.
other than like office space, computers, and
They
which
do
is
pay voice
renewable.
act-
Like they have that
voice
shit.
actors and shit, but I don't think a
But-
voice acting gig pays as much as an acting gig, right? Dude, I don't know how this guy takes these shots to the chin.
They're both taking fucking.
Huge shots.
You know what's funny is
The guy looks like Ice Cube.
this dude. His eyebrows have been swollen since the beginning of the
He
fight.
started, yeah. At least he doesn't have swollen lips.
He's got that caveman forehead brow thing going on. T jumps.
With every impact he takes to the
Yeah,
face,
he does.
one zip pops.
That's how you know he's a good boxer now. He's got that.
That's how it works. He can take as many hits as he's got zips on his back,
That's exactly what it is.
and every single time he takes a blow to the head,
He's almost
one of those
there,
zits pops.
He's almost there.
It's just plus swine. Is that Oscar? Yeah, there I am. I'm right there in the background. Look at me.
How are you here and there at the same time?
I be a satellite.
Oh, okay, I see you on the phone. Okay.
Are you right here where his leg is?
I'm Skyping in. Yeah, he's right there.
Looking sexy, Oscar.
Just so you guys know, I'm wearing the fishnets under this.
We always know you're
Yeah,
right.
there he
See him?
is. Sitting there next to Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
That's a bromance right there. It's a real bromance. Look at that. Bernard Hopkins made him smirk a little bit.
He's gained a lot of weight.
He looks good.
Yeah, but he's a
I
lot
think he
chubbier.
looks good.
And he looks like he has a shit.
Old. How old is he?
It must mean he's laying off the cocaine.
I told you I'm clean. Yeah, he's got to be in his 40s.
Yeah, he's like 42. Maybe.
So, back to what I was saying.
He fought Mayweather in like, what, 05?
Yeah.
And he was 34, 35 then. So he's only like 45. That's
Yeah.
crazy how long ago that was. It's not long.
You think about that shit? Yeah, man. So you gotta. This is what Adobe is saying is why games are doing more than movies. The gaming industry is a lot bigger than most marketers realize. The games get more social buzz on opening day than most movies do, and the revenue for one is one of the top year games this year. Outdid the highest grossing movie. Harry Potter was part 2 did 91 million, and this still nearly doubled it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it looks like they are going to be focusing on more Metal Gear. So
Plus, I think games like in general, whether they're good or bad, like they have to be really bad for you to feel like you didn't get your money's worth.
That's
for-
true.
For playing a game, like
That's true,
they
yeah.
have to totally fucking fail.
Yeah.
For movies, there's like so much little things that can happen.
They can just ruin a movie.
Yeah, they could just ruin a movie that'll completely make people just not want to watch it at all.
Yeah. Which is true. I mean, like, there's certain things like just for as an example, like whenever I watch military movies, like a military movie can be ruined for me easily by just someone either using the wrong kind of like terminology or the wrong uniform or the wrong.
I've been noticing that lately. Like even like with boxing movies and shit.
Mhm.
And then like with like the more realistic movies, it's like they're still bogus as fuck.
No, yeah, definitely.
Like
there
they're
were-
still super bogus, and I'm like, Now.
You are the greatest boxer that has ever boxed.
I tell you.
I want you to
sound
sign
too much
my
like,
wig.
You sound like Kennedy more.
Yeah, you do.
You don't sound like Donald Trump.
You sound like a. You
Donald
sound
Trump
like
sounds
a.
China. China. Let me tell you something about China.
Yeah, he has more of the. I don't have the accent that.
I tell you what.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
tell you what.
Donald Trump came on the screen and I lost all train of thought.
But Trump.
Look at that wig.
Yeah.
Golovkin was just looking at him like.
Like, why the fuck are you coming to my locker room
Yeah,
right
just
now?
like seriously, like all right, like
He's got some schemes.
He's like,
if
well, I
I
can't go to
didn't-
the black guys. Real.
Yeah.
So what were you saying before I rudely interrupted with Donald Trump? Well, this is something about
Oh,
movies.
about movies. Well, now like I'm starting like I used to like more movies where they were realistic more or whatever, and now it's like those movies are ridiculous. Now I'm starting to just like or they just like say that's not possible, you know, like fucking like Jurassic Park or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those are starting to be more entertaining to me. It's just
Like,
like you go into the movie. Do you go into the movie looking to it like looking to complain about something, or do you go into the movie just to be entertained?
Yeah. Well, see, like even just as an example for the Ninja Turtles movie,
Yeah.
I was expecting I was expecting a shit fest,
I don't know.
which it wasn't the greatest movie, but it was way better than I expected. I normally, if I go into a movie like that,
I
like
thought it was gonna be better than what it was.
I try to go into a movie with like
Look
this is
at
a
Teddy
different
Atlas.
take.
Well, Teddy Atlas is sitting next to Bernard Hopkins too. Dude, I would like to be sitting like behind those guys.
Just listening to
Yeah,
the
just
conversation.
listening to their conversation. Look at their jokes, fucking like they're just mixing it up right there.
But yeah, like I try to go into a movie, like, especially with that, like if it's a well-known franchise or series or whatever. I'll try to go into it with this is a different take. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then there was that like that fucking Shalamalama did fucking Avatar: Last Airbender,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed that cartoon series. So
Yeah.
I went in to watch the movie, and it was like, what the shit, It
Yeah,
was,
it's
it was horrible. And I went into it with that. Okay, well, it's just his take on it.
Mhm.
But he just fucking went in a whole nother direction that.
I don't like when
What a Dragon Ball Z movie.
because it feels like these directors feel like they have such a sense of artistic
Yeah.
like a sense of artistic ability that they think that they can
Yeah.
that they can fix something that's already so good,
Yeah.
and then they are not capable of doing it. Like Michael Bay tries to do it with Transformers.
Yeah. I mean,
And
there's
Ninja Turtles and everything.
Yeah.
Like you can't just change something that's good like that.
There's a bit of I want to put my own mark on this thing. I don't want to just do what's already been
Michael
done.
Bay didn't want to do that though. He just wanted to make money. That's all he was trying to do.
Well, if he wanted to make more money, he would have just stuck to fucking cartoon timeline or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
What is that? Oh,
It's like the same with video game movies. Like they should just if they made like The Last of Us exactly like the game, I would still watch it.
Yeah.
Just to see like actual fucking actors act it out.
yeah.
Yeah, same here. Okay, to go to video game movies. Like, what do you think? Like, I know Chubb did. You've already expressed your disinterest in the Assassin's Creed movie, but the fact that the Ubisoft studios are working very closely and actually involved in the entire filmmaking process. What do you think? Like, how do you feel about?
I still think they should make a. I'm not interested in it because
Or,
with Ubisoft's involvement with even in the games right now, like I just get less and less interested in what they're doing. If they were to do like
Turn it off or leave it on?
if they were to do like a Ezio or Altair, then I'd probably be interested in watching it. So they're doing like a whole different character like they do with every game.
yeah,
And like after Edward Conway, I just started falling off more and more.
yeah. I get that feeling where it was like I liked the Conway story.
I wouldn't mind a Black Flag story either.
Yeah.
that was really
I
good.
thought number 3 was good.
But see, the thing is, what I've been thinking, what I've been reading based on this one, it looks like they're going more towards the. It's going to be more towards the actual Abstergo Assassins type.
Yeah.
And the whole assassin thing, like it's gonna be this assassin story, but it's gonna also have that whole background.
Yeah, I just think they should just go with like the whole Desmond thing.
I think that would be
everyone
great.
fell in love with it the first time. Like you're gonna have the
Yeah, why didn't they wrap
you're
that
gonna
up?
have the fan base that already loves Assassin's Creed through that, and then you're also gonna have all these people backing it because they know it's gonna be something really good.
Yeah.
Because they're using that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone's out of the water right now because they don't know what's
They
going
don't
on.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody knows. They don't know what's going on. That's the
I don't.
thing.
I don't know why they went
Like
away from.
they don't answer nothing. Like there's nothing being answered.
They're,
It's
yeah,
just like,
they're
here's
keeping
more
it all
questions.
very, very hidden.
And in this game, you're gonna get more questions. And in this game,
Well, the thing is like the
you're
way
gonna get more questions.
the way they're doing the video game
It's just
storylines
I don't
now
even
is
know
they're,
what
they're
they're-
trying to make them more like
I think they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
Like at this point, it just seems like you're playing a video game within a video game.
yeah, and
And
that's
it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not.
yeah, and so but with that in mind though,
I agree.
the fact that they're making the Assassin's Creed video game to follow that storyline,
Does that font of your letters have a?
a White Shadow, yes.
Yeah. Okay. But I was just tripping.
No, you know you can change that, right?
No.
Yeah, you go to your settings, you can change. You can have a black shadow, a white shadow, or no shadow.
That shit really looks like I'm seeing double.
That's why I like it. It makes me feel like I'm tripping out.
It looks like you have bad eyes and shit.
So what was I saying now? Something about Metal Gear. No, Assassin's Creed. And the
It being a
movie.
fucking shit game, man. Piece of shit
I
game.
think, yeah.
To me, at first, it seemed like they were trying to do something good, great. Like they're trying to make a great game, and now
And
they're just trying to make a money maker. Like,
Yeah,
they're
then
just trying to turn the fucking money maker.
I think they need to go away from a yearly release, and I think that's what ruined the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
Like I loved all the way up to Black Flag. I really enjoyed every game. They had their flaws and they had issues with bits and pieces of all of them,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I loved them. I loved the series.
I could do
Until
without
Black
like
Flag.
I could do without like the 4 fucking Ezio games that they had.
Revelations was
What was it? Revelations. It was 2 Revelation. There was one big movie.
There's Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood,
Brotherhood, yeah.
and then Revelations.
Yeah, I could do without Brotherhood and Revelations.
Brotherhood.
Revelations was pretty good, but I just like I don't think you need like that much attention on one character like that.
I think Brotherhood was better. Revelations they could have done without. The only reason they made Revelations was because they wanted to wrap up his story before he was going to Connor. That's all Revelations was.
Yeah.
You know, they had to do some way to wrap it up, and that's what Revelations was.
I liked Revelations because like there were some parts where like you went back into Altair's memories.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
Yeah. And I wish they would have done something more like that in Brotherhood, and made that more of a. But because everybody loved Ezio more, that's why they stayed with him for so long. You know what I mean? Well, cause you got to think about it like this: is because he went from Altair, who had really no personality.
Yeah,
Altair,
but he was just like he's like the one who like manifested.
Yeah, but like
He had a personality.
I think he was.
The fool was a cold-blooded killer.
But he was. I think they were trying
And he
to
did what was right, even though he was brought up a certain way.
Yeah,
And he still ended up turning against that.
Yeah, but
because
no.
he was just did what was right.
But he seemed
He was
too.
cold-blooded killer.
He seemed too cool. I think they were trying to make him seem too much like Agent 47 from Hitman, where he has no, he's just there. He's quiet.
No,
They made him too stoic. I think
he was. Well, it's because he was Muslim.
it could be.
That's
but,
why. It was just because
But then-
his culture is like that.
But then you look at him and go from him to Ezio, and Ezio's very fucking.
He's Italian. That's just fucking Italian. Hey.
Yeah, I know.
But look at my penis. Look at it. Hey.
And now, which character would you rather watch?
Give me a kid. I would let both of them have their
both
thing.
of
It's
them,
just you
yeah,
have to
they
do it a
both-
different way. It's a different culture.
No, I
you
think-
have to show
It's the
what's
same thing with
good.
like Connor. Like I never really played 3, but he's a fucking Native American. Like it's straight up.
He was very bitchy. The entire game, he was a whiny bitch.
Like, you know who's a dope ass Arab?
Edward Kenway was fucking awesome.
Edward Kenway was a shit.
What about the guy from Mummy?
Oh, fucking
The guy that plays in Deuce Bigelow?
yeah.
He's a dope ass Arab. Like, you could make what's his name could end up being like that.
Yeah.
Altair.
and just being a
I'm trying to.
cold-blooded.
I can't remember his name right now.
Neither can I. He got the long hair.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
The ladies love
everybody
it.
knows. Yeah, the ladies love it. The ladies love it.
Some of the guys do too.
Yeah.
He's a very attractive man.
Yeah, he's a funny. Everybody likes that guy.
But
Nobody's like. I've never once heard anyone say, "Oh, I hate this guy."
fuck that guy from the Mummy and Deuce Bigelow.
Man, I hate this guy. I hate this guy's movies. Who said that? Not once.
But see, like each assassin they brought out has had their own distinct personalities. But I think out of the 4 that they've had so far, or the 5 now, Ezio and Kenway, Edward Kenway, not Nathan Kenway, but have had the best personalities. The pirate and the Italian. The new guy, I can't even remember his name right now. He's not See, that's the thing is I could not get into fucking
the Unity.
Unity. I could not. I tried so hard to play that fucking game.
Yeah.
Like so fucking hard. And like that's why like I'm not excited at all. It looks cool and I'm seeing some things that are looking exciting about Syndicate, but like I
You
just
try to sell me on Unity too. Like, look at it.
It's good. Look at it. It's good.
I want to try to see.
Look at it.
Look
It's
at
good.
all the stuff.
You can do co-op.
Yeah, look at
That's the thing is I can never really get like I try to play the co-op with somebody, and if you're not playing with somebody that you have good teamwork with, or like someone that you're actually talking to, it just turns into like, oh, this guy just ran off. Fuck. Now the guards are chasing us. Fuck. All right then. I guess this is a bloodbath now. You know what I mean? It's like,
I guess it's a brawl in the middle of the fucking city.
yeah. It's like I'm trying to sneak through and do this assassination, but no, this guy wants to just fucking sprint down the middle of the fucking city.
Shoulder checking every guard.
Yeah. So I did not expect this fight to go the distance.
No, it's still not. There's still 2 more rounds there.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go that first round. That fool was getting fucked up.
what is the guy's name? It's T. Johnson and O'Hare? O'Reilly?
O'Kane.
O'Kane. There we go.
Yeah,
He's an Irish one.
I knew there was an O in front of it.
He's an Irish fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to get excited for Syndicate. Like I see things and like I want to get it, but at the same time, it's just like I'll just wait. You know?
I don't have any interest in the characters at all.
Yeah, me neither.
They just seem very.
And the thing that with the whole disconnect from like okay, I can see why they get away with Desmond. They needed to get away from that story. That story was wrapping itself up.
Yeah.
But because I made it,
But the way they wrapped it up was kind of lousy.
yeah, it really was. It was a fucking shitty.
It was kind of like, all right, we gotta get rid of this. We gotta just get off it.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We'll wrap it up in a bit. How much time have we?
So, anyways, it looks like we're gonna be having some guests interrupting soon. But so let's move on. Fucking yeah, Assassin's Creed.
But just Assassin's Creed just really fell off.
Yeah, it really did. I think that, like I said, them going to a yearly release schedule is what ruined the series.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 2 games, the first game, the gap between the first and the second game, I think is more than a year.
Right. Generally, that's usually what happens to every game.
Yeah.
With like the exception of Call of Duty, because it's not it is yearly release, but it's 3 different people making the game.
Yeah.
And even then, like that multiplayer is just so refined that all you need is just the new guns and the reskins.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that stuff is that shit's so addicting that you can just keep playing it and playing it as much as people don't like it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Regardless, it's still a good game.
That's the thing is like I was gonna say this. I'm actually more excited for Black Ops 3 than I am for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And granted, I've been tired.
I actually think I'm more excited for Black Ops 3 than Battlefront right now.
Really? Okay, because you actually got.
From playing the beta, I don't know. I'm excited for Battlefront, but from what I played in the beta, I don't know how it's gonna be.
Yeah, so it gives you
like it didn't answer any questions for me. It didn't really do anything.
It just gave you a chance to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's and that's the thing. I mean, that's the good thing about the betas.
Like for the Battlefront beta, like from what I see, it looks like each game mode is gonna be exclusive to a map.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
Like there's a Walker Assault map, which is basically based on the scene in The Empire Strikes Back when on Hoth, or
yeah,
on the snow planet.
Yeah.
Hoth, right?
Yeah.
And that's basically the whole game mode. You have to stop the walkers from destroying the base or whatever.
And that, wow.
You can't really put that on another map.
Yeah, you can because it has to be the half of the
And
amount.
then there's like a frontier. I don't know. Like the names of the game modes are very vague, so maybe they're not. That's just like a special thing.
Yeah.
But if there's other things that kind of resemble a iconic scene in the movies,
They can't really do it anywhere else.
then I feel like that's just gonna get really boring.
Yeah, it sounds, yeah. Well, and I think that's part of the thing that's held Battlefront back for so long. Because Battlefront is a great game.
Yeah.
Like, I've played multiple entries in the series, and it's a good game. But that's one of the things.
Well, Battlefront 1 and 2 was really fun. Like I could play that shit for hours.
Yeah.
Just that those little like it's kind of like a domination type of thing, where like you just capture the nodes.
Yeah.
And then that determines how much more troops you have spawning out.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Shit was kind of fun, but like that also had like a bunch of like non-player shit.
Okay, so it had
In
like
Battlefront 1 and 2.
yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember which one I played. I actually enjoyed the PSP one a lot.
Uh-huh.
I think it's because they kind of just boiled it down, and this is what the basis of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they didn't have all that filler that they didn't need for the rest of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes that's a good thing. And it seems like with this one, they're trying to make it more like they're trying to make it grander than it needs to be.
Right.
You know, which
don't get me wrong, it's very fun to play. I just don't see me playing it as much as I would a Call of Duty or even like how I am playing Metal Gear right now, or even Destiny or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't see me playing Battlefront as much as I would those games.
With those games, yeah, exactly. So the replay, like you're gonna play it for maybe about a month and you'll be tired of it. Whereas you can always go back to Call of Duty, you can always go back to Destiny, you can always go back to No, I get that completely. And that's the thing is a lot of these game companies got to look at is that replayability, and that's why Call of Duty does so well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a time tested thing, and it has become a bit. I don't want to say watered down, but a bit diluted. No, same shit. But because of the yearly release, but like you said, it is 3 different studios doing it each time, and everybody has
you kind of get like a different philosophy on their game design for each game.
Exactly.
So that's why you have a fan base for Treyarch.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, people have a fan base for Infinity Ward.
Yeah,
which personally is the worst one in my opinion.
Yeah.
We haven't seen too much from Sledgehammer. They've only made 1 game.
Yeah, and it wasn't really that.
It was okay. I see what they're trying to do. But I don't. If they stick to what they're doing right now, I don't.
I think because they worked with Infinity Ward so closely that they were too.
It's very similar. It's very similar.
Yeah. Based on everything I played and everything that I saw of it, it was very similar.
Because it did work on MW3 a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit.
So I think they kind of used that. Everything I've seen from Black Ops, I was just watching something last night on it, and I'm very impressed. Oh, speaking of, they're doing have you seen the Legacy thing that they're doing now?
Yeah.
With if you sign in, you link your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever account that you play Call of Duty in the past. For every game that you've played in the Call of Duty series, for every rank you've earned, you'll get a new stat boost. You'll get a gun camo, and you'll get a new tag. So depending on say, I think it's only going back to Modern Warfare 2 though. Mm-hmm. But up until there, if you prestige up to a certain point, you'll have. So say you've got. I think that one only had 1 prestige level, right? Once you prestige, that was it. Modern Warfare 2.
No, Modern Warfare 2 went up to 10.
Okay, well, so for every prestige level you got, that's a new camo you've unlocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a new stat boost you've unlocked. And it's for each game in the series. So for Black Ops and Black Ops 2.
What do you mean by stat boost? Then?
I don't know. They're not getting specific in the detail, but saying some sort of something to boost your stats, either your movement, your.
I don't know about that. That sounds a little sketchy, but.
That's what I just read. It didn't have a lot of details, and even the article that I was reading saying they're not giving any details on what the stat boost is, but whatever it is, it's stackable as well. So
yeah, it sounds a little sketchy. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not. Because the beta played really good, other than the connection issues in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 days, like it was running smooth, like it was mid-year.
Nice. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Black Ops, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
The more I look into it, the more excited I am.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
If you like Destiny's PvP, but more familiarized to Call of Duty, you'll like it. Because like the whole specialist thing, they're kind of blatant ripoffs of Destiny Supers.
Are they really?
Yeah,
nice.
There's like a gravity spikes. It's like the Titan Smash.
Oh,
there you get a one-shot pistol like the Golden Gun.
That's awesome.
You get a what else is there? There's like an assassin guy. Mm-hmm. He's got a special blade on. So you get basically a commando lunge from Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You basically get that for like 20 seconds or some shit.
Nice, so you just dive across the screen.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're ever gonna fix the knife. I mean, like, well,
they did. There's no one-hit knife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Black Ops 3.
Nice.
When you have to actually equip a knife, the hand knife or whatever. In your secondary to actually get a one-hit kill.
Okay.
Now you just butt them with your gun and get to hit twice.
Oh, nice. So it's not okay. That was one of the biggest things I hated that.
Yeah.
Like, and I want to say, was it Black Ops 1 or 2 that I can't remember. The knife was so inaccurate. Like, you could just
Black Ops 1. Yeah.
Okay, you would just throw a knife and like you could be like right in front of them and just completely miss, or like for some reason like they might be.
Yeah, like there'd be like what is it? One of the chamber games where like everyone will run out of the bullets.
Yeah.
And you just be looking like an idiot.
Yeah, just swiping away at each other. One of the chambers is one of my favorite maps.
Yeah, they bring it back every Black Ops.
Yeah, I'm glad. So that is one of my.
It's not necessarily you know how like that the wager matches in Black Ops 1. There's no wager matches like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like for fun.
Just for fun, yeah. It's just
because those things are like such good game modes, like Sticks and Stones.
Yeah.
Gun game. One in the chamber.
I got really good at Sticks and Stones for a while, and then one day, like I don't know what it was, like I got really really good at Sticks and Stones, and then all of a sudden one day I just fucking couldn't play it anymore. Like I just sucked. And, like no matter what I did, I just couldn't.
Yeah. That usually happens when you skip like a week or something.
Yeah.
Like your play style suddenly just completely changes
goes away.
because you lost your.
He can't even get up on the ropes. Did you see that? Fucking O'Kane?
Uh-huh.
He was trying to climb up onto the second rope to celebrate, and he's just like. He couldn't even get up. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was just funny to me.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
A bunch of games when you stop playing for a week and you're done.
Yeah, like you'll stop playing for a week and then like you just it feels some like your instinct of like your in terms of like how good you are.
Yeah.
That stays until like your play style kind of changes.
Yeah, it's just something. It's almost like you just get rusty within that week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're not.
Like suddenly you'll feel like the need to just like sit back and.
Yeah.
And hang out and just kill people.
Yeah.
Or like before you would actually just run around fucking just melting people wherever you see people around.
I think what it is because you eventually like you start to learn the maps like the back of your hand.
Yeah.
But even when you step away for that week, you feel like everyone's evolved and you kind of just stay behind.
Yeah, everyone else progressed.
Yeah, so you just gotta stay back and see where everyone's at. Like, okay, let me see how everyone's doing right now, and then I can jump into it. And it takes you that little bit. Oh, that's one ugly ring girl. God damn, that chick is ugly. That fucking, like, wow, that was scary. But yeah, I get that. I'm trying to think of what else is coming out this year that I'm excited for. Like I said, not Syndicate. Black Ops I'm excited.
There's not much. Rainbow Six Siege is actually pretty good. When I could get into the game. That was my biggest problem with the beta. I could not get into the game.
I kind of fell off following it, and I don't know why. Is Division still coming out this year, or did it get pushed
Division got pushed back to March.
Okay, that's
what I'm waiting for. That should look so promising.
It does, but at the same time, I'm so scared because it keeps getting pushed back. Well, because the fact that it keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, like I'm afraid it's going to turn into a Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, the more it gets pushed back, it more either becomes a horrible game or a fantastic game.
Well, because
the more it gets pushed back, the less you're going to be expecting for a subpar game.
Yeah.
You're going to be expecting this fucking amazing
this
game
masterpiece
because it feels like you're taking so much time to take it. So now, like,
yeah, but at the same time, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah, to an extent, it almost makes it worse than the developer.
Yeah, because
let's say if Destiny kept pushing it back and back until like it was like this, like how it is now. People will probably be more angry.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like they're more appreciative. Like with the Taken King, the game's fucking fantastic. It turned a pretty good game into a great game.
Yeah.
But when you have a game that's been pushed, like if it were, like if this were vanilla Destiny now, and we've just been strung along for, I think it's been like 3 years now or something, 3 or 4 years now, people probably be pissed.
Yeah, because it's not what you would.
Right.
The longer it goes, it's like you think it's like a diamond. The longer it goes, the more refined it's getting.
Yeah.
But in essence, it's like okay, like I call it the sad tale of Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising was supposed to be this grand sequel. It was supposed to be Raiden completely taking over the series. And the reason that didn't happen originally was because it was gonna simultaneous release on PS3, Xbox 360, and that's it. Just those three places. But the 360 couldn't handle what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
It would have ended up being 3 discs on the 360. And so they kept shaving it away. Then originally they were like, okay, well, it's got scrapped. It got pushed back 4 years, I want to say. They kept pushing it back, and they kept saying because originally the rumors were the new Metal Gear Online was going to be part of Rising, that you were going to have swordplay in it as well. Because I don't know if you remember when there was all the hype around Metal Gear Rising with the whole sword slow motion thing.
No.
Like there was the whole because like that was the whole gimmick of Metal Gear Rising. Was the fact that Raiden could be so fast that he could slow down, like everything around him slows down and he could slice. So you could knock an enemy to the air, and all of a sudden it goes in slow motion, and you like literally you use the D-pad to swipe in different directions, and you literally slice the guy into pieces. And like wherever you slice, that's what it was, and you can control it. Well, one of the things in the demo they showed was like you can walk up to a watermelon that was on a thing, and he started slicing the watermelon. You know, or like if you were next to a building, it's like say there's a bunch of enemies on top of the balcony, you can run by and slice away the supports of that balcony and crumble it down. Or if there's enemies underneath it or whatever it is, you know what I mean? And that was one of the big gimmicks. That was the gimmick of the game. And they were saying that it was going to be this huge game, and it kept getting pushed back because from the story I kept hearing was because of Xbox. You know, they couldn't get everything they wanted to do to fit on the Xbox.
That's basically what's going on now. Like every game gets kind of downgraded because Xbox can't handle a 1080p game.
Yeah.
Everything has to be pushed down to 900.
Yeah.
That's how Battlefront is. Battlefront has to be 900p.
Yeah.
Because it's on both consoles.
And that's the thing. Like, unless you're making an exclusive game, there's no. Like, and I've said this for every game because like when people say, "Oh, graphically, which one's better, the PS3 or the Xbox 360, the PS4 or the Xbox One?" And if you look at them, there's really, I mean, there might be minor differences here and there, and really the minor differences that there are, it might be a little bit in the lighting or in the shading. There's nothing graphically about the game that's going to be different because they're not going to spend more money making this game better for this console than they are for this console.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's always going to be one of the biggest problems. And but the thing that always held Metal Gear Rising back is they kept trying to get it to fit onto a 360. Just a quick note: we have a couple guests joining us. If you guys want to talk, you guys can talk. Feel free.
We'll fucking wrap it up now. How long has it been?
Well, relax, buddy.
How long has it been?
Relax.
You relax. It doesn't have to be a fucking hour all the time.
We're at 40 minutes.
Let's go 5 minutes. Go 5 months.
Can we finish our conversation?
No,
Can we finish?
No, you cannot.
Can I
Because
finish?
it was boring my tits off. My tits were literally falling out the bottom of my t-shirt just listening to that little bit. What the fuck?
Right. Have you heard about the Nintendo NX news?
Oh, here.
No, I haven't.
I got a bottle of
The hardware for the Nintendo NX, they tested it with the PS4 and Xbox One. PS4 and Xbox One cannot handle the
Really?
power of the Nintendo NX.
Holy shit! Did you hear this?
What?
Say what you just said to me to this man here.
They tested PS4 hardware and Xbox One hardware with the new Nintendo NX, and the Nintendo NX completely overpowered. Yeah, it's as if they're in a whole
because they're just coming
generation.
out with
Right.
because it's a whole year later.
Right, but I don't know if that's really a
And
good
even when
plan for them to do.
even when the consoles come out, aren't they using like old gear, older shit to begin with?
Not necessarily. Like with the PS4,
Because how much when
Xbox
it goes into planning, when they start planning it, it's what, like 3 years out or 4 years out?
usually, but they're usually working. They start getting the newer stuff as they're going with it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're looking at what
Yeah,
we
but
have
then,
now.
then the new shit fucks up the old shit.
They're developing what they can do in the next 3 years.
If anything, it might mess up the Nintendo though, because if you think about it, their games aren't really like graphically.
They're not really AAA titles.
Well, they're AAA titles, but I don't think they don't use the graphics that say like Uncharted or something.
Yeah,
Like, all the big Nintendo games are kind of cartoony.
Yeah, graphics aren't a big selling point.
Right.
But that being said, have you seen? Because online I've been seeing a lot of it's The Legend of Zelda in the Unreal Engine, or
Right.
Super Mario Brothers in the Unreal Engine. You've been seeing a lot of Nintendo characters being demoed in Unreal lately.
Right.
In which, I mean, if they are going to go something like, if they're going to go with a higher powered console,
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense why we're seeing. I know a lot of this stuff is fan made.
Yeah, but like
What?
a Mario in Unreal, like
Yeah.
that would be very odd.
Yeah.
The only thing you can see is like Zelda, maybe some Fire Emblem games.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be cool to see. Or I think Pokemon. They did Pokemon on Unreal.
Pokemon would be weird too.
How do you think? I think that would be more. It would be better than the top down that they're doing now. You know what I mean? It might be more of a. It would open up new opportunities to like reinvent, not reinvent, but like, okay, this is a formula that you guys like, but in a more.
Maybe the actual like exploration point would be cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
like Pokemon itself,
Yeah, the turn-based battle.
that's not something that it's the same thing that falls under like Donkey Kong
Yeah, good point.
and Mario. Like it doesn't seem natural for it to be.
Is that King Hippo?
It's King Kong. King Kong.
He just reminded me of King Hippo from Punch Out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's missing his. I don't know. He sounds his robot, but if he has the X over his belly button, like if I was a boxer that looked like that, I would go everywhere with tape over my belly button. I'm sorry.
But yeah, the NX just completely overpowered them. So, but it kind of feels like they're just kind of playing all their cards right now.
Yeah, I mean, because like really, what?
Unless they start going, I think what they're trying to do is starting to go hardcore. But now, like even if it is so powerful, they can't really get games like Call of Duty or something.
Yeah,
because it's not going to be using the console's power because they're ahead of the other two consoles.
Exactly.
So then the next two consoles are going to get ahead of them.
Yeah, and it's just going to be that.
Yeah, and then eventually they'll be ahead, and it's not going to do them any good.
Yeah, unless they're actually, because Nintendo's
I
famous
could be
for.
completely wrong,
Yeah.
but it's just the way it seems.
Because Nintendo's always famous for first party games. Whatever they make, that's
Right.
what they're going to focus on.
And all I'm saying is those first party games don't seem like
Yeah,
games
they don't
that-
seem that way. The thing is, the only thing I can think of right now, is like that I can like maybe there would be like a reason they would go for something so powerful is maybe they've been working on the VR thing
Yeah, maybe.
in secret,
Yeah, maybe.
and they need that extra processing power to run the VR.
Are you guys done?
So
$3.
that's you know what I mean. That's the only thing I can think of. Because like, you're right though, because they don't need the processing power for graphics.
All right, wrap it up. Beat this heavyweight fight
Right.
started.
All right.
Ding dong.
Chubb is
Ding,
gonna
ding.
be kicking us out. So on that note, let's go ahead and wrap up. Don't forget to check out therealpressstar.com.
Buy a T-shirt.
Buy a T-shirt. Take the Rip Apparel link. We get credit for that. Also check out our other sponsor, AmericanHeyday.com. That's HEYDAY.com. If you don't know how to spell American, get the fuck out.
I'm with the monkey.
And
Hey, man, maybe we got some like
Not even being like
Czechoslovakian-
racist.
Yeah, I know.
we might.
On that note, game over. No more questions.